A new character is showing up in Epcot soon. Disney password crackdowns continue with a new paid service. And I'm going to tell you how to get coffee for $1 in Disney World this weekend. Yep, $1. All the latest theme park news is coming up right now here on DFB Guide. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog. First off, I hope everyone's okay after Hurricane Helene. The whole team at DFB is thinking of you. I'm happy to report that everyone on our team in Orlando is okay. Now we got a lot to talk about today though, so let's get to it. So excited to meet him. The video shows Star-Lord jamming out all around Epcot, so we may see him roaming or he may be located at the Wonders of Xandar Pavilion, aka near Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. Disney didn't share if this is a formal meet and greet, but if it is, you might want to prepare for a dance-off. Follow us on Instagram at Disney Food Blog because we will be there. It may not even be October yet, but that doesn't mean we can't start thinking about the holiday season at Disney World. I am already getting ready for Christmas. I am burning my apple cinnamon Glade candle right now. That's not sponsored. It's just that's what I have in my office. But you don't care. Anyway, Disney just announced a new backstage tour coming to Epcot for the holiday season. Each year during the Epcot Festival of the Holidays, the Living with the Land ride is transformed into glimmering greenhouses decorated with lights and ribbons and all sorts of holiday baubles. This year, Disney's introducing Behind the Seeds Glimmering Greenhouses. Yep. So the Behind the Seeds tour is getting its own little makeover. So this it's $45 per person and each tour lasts 1 hour and is going to take place at 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. daily. To book, head to the Disney World website or the My Disney Experience app. Reservations are highly recommended since each tour is limited. Tickets will go on sale very soon on September 30th. We visited the Seas Pavilion in Epcot recently and we got to meet the newest addition to the Seas family, a new manatee. Disney rescues manatees who are ill or injured and rehabilitates them to release them back out to the wild. Many were victims of near-fatal boat strikes while others fell victim to cold stress. Disney has assisted with the successful rehabilitation of over 15 West Indian manatees to date. While there, we discovered that Disney's recently rescued this new little guy and he has the best name, Inigo, as rehabilitating Inigo. He's joined Disney's other manatees, including Lil Joe, who's a celebrity thanks to Magic of Disney's Animal Kingdom on Disney Plus, at the rehabilitation facility. Now, these manatees aren't trained, by the way. Instead, they're allowed to indulge in regular manatee behavior while they're monitored to get them ready to go back to the wild. Now, you may know that Lou the manatee also used to be here, but he was recently released to another facility. So the next time you find yourself in Epcot, be sure to stop by the Seas to say hello to Inigo and Lil Joe. Earlier this year, Disney made several changes to its Disability Access Services program, and now another change has quietly come to the program. Disney's extended the amount of time that a DAS pass is valid. It was previously the date that your Disney World ticket expired or 120 days, whichever came sooner. Now it is the date that your ticket expires or 240 days. This will be valid for a certain number of days over several months. Because acquiring a DAS pass requires a live video chat interview, this extension should help those who have annual passes by reducing the frequency with which they need to go through the process. Disney World's being sneaky again. So Reflections, a Disney Lakeside Lodge, was first announced in 2018. And later that year, Disney filed permits for a new mystery development called Project 89 to be built in an area right near Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground. But then, poof, work halted on Reflection over after all. After filing a permit for construction of a mobile crane at Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground, the Federal Aviation Administration has granted Disney's request. The coordinates listed on the permit match the proposed area where Reflections, a Disney Lakeside Lodge, was originally going to be built. But this isn't the only new permit in this area. Disney also recently filed a permit with Orange County, Florida to install a water main at the Stollport North Area Development, which back in the day. Ultimately, this water main installation could be a sign that further development of this staging area could be underway for a multi-year project. That, combined with a mysterious new filing from the Central Florida Tourism Oversight District that is described as the purpose of this, makes us think Reflections, or at least a new hotel or expansion of some kind, is still planned for this area. Of course, Disney's playing coy and keeping things quiet. So far, we haven't heard any announcements about the resurrection of Reflections or any other potential new hotel or expansion for that matter. But this wouldn't be the first time that Disney has made progress on a new hotel without announcing anything, so stay tuned. During the third quarter earnings call of fiscal year 2024, Disney shared that the password sharing suppression would be introduced sometime in September for Disney Plus, and it looks like that time has come. Disney Plus is introducing a paid sharing program that will give users the ability to pay for access access to the streaming service on behalf of friends or family members outside their household, who may have been using the accounts already via password sharing. Those in the United States looking to add someone outside of their household to their Disney Plus subscription can do so for an additional $6.99 a month for Disney Plus Basic and $9.99 a month for Disney Plus Premium subscriptions. Note that only one extra member slot is available per account, and the extra member option is not available to Disney Bundle subscribers or those billed through partner services. If you don't want to opt for the extra member, those outside your household can sign up for their own subscription to Disney Plus. Account holders can transfer. Oh, you still can, as long as you're a member of that household. If you see the message, "This TV doesn't seem to be part of the household for this account," you can mark yourself as "I'm away from home" or select Update Household if you've recently moved. Both of these selections will require a one-time passcode sent to the email address associated with the account. And speaking of Disney Plus, we've got premiere dates for 2 new series coming soon. Disney Plus and Pixar have revealed Dream Productions, a spin-off of the hit Inside Out franchise. It's going to focus on the studio inside Riley's mind that produces Dreams and will premiere on December 11th, 2024. All 4 episodes of this limited series will be released at the same time. Dream Productions will feature the voices of Amy Poehler, Maya Rudolph, Ali Mackey, Kensington Tallman, and all the rest of the emotions. And the all-new original series, Win or Lose, will premiere on February 19th, 2025. Will Forte voices the main character, a Little League baseball coach, and the 8-episode series reveals what it actually feels like to be in the shoes of 8 different characters in the week leading up to the big game. The insecure kids, the helicopter parents, even a lovesick umpire. The Walt Disney Company is once again laying off employees to more effectively manage resources and costs. According to Deadline, a new wave of layoffs began at Disney on September 24th, 2024. The layoffs are expected to affect about 300 employees, with the possibility of more. The positions that were laid off are all based in the United States and were a part of Disney's corporate operations. Departments including legal, HR, finance, and communications were among the departments affected. Deadline reported that Parks, ESPN, and Disney Entertainment were not affected by layoffs during this round, but the Walt Disney Company is no stranger to layoffs, as the company has aimed to reduce spending by cutting jobs. Our thoughts are with the employees and the families and the colleagues who've been affected by the layoffs. The refreshment station at Epcot is open seasonally and offers a variety of frozen slush drinks, including frozen Coca-Cola and other frozen beverages. The fun thing about this refreshment station, though, is that you can get a slush flavor of your choosing and then top it off with tasty candies. You can get a slush for $6.25 or choose from the variety of candies to add to it for $7. The new Minute Maid Hibiscus Lemon. Pull ourselves off from the long day in the park. We grabbed our hibiscus lemonade slush and topped it with cherry red Pop Rocks and freeze-dried Skittles. This combo certainly made this a pretty drink. Being able to add a variety of candies makes this a fun drink option for kids, and we think they would enjoy getting to choose from all these candies to top their afternoon slushie, and they can top it with as much candy as they want. The flavor of the hibiscus lemonade slush was very tasty, had a nice lemonade flavor without being too tart since the hibiscus cut it down with a subtle floral sweetness. For $7, we liked being able to basically build our own snack, and we think that's something kids would really enjoy. It's not that expensive either, at least not for Disney. Tucked away back in the France Pavilion at Epcot is L'Artisan de Glace, the ice cream shop. Now, this spot is known for hand-scooped ice cream in a variety of yummy flavors, as well as specialty treats like those macaron ice cream sandwiches or ice cream scoops pressed into warm brioche. Now, each fall, L'Artisan seasonal macaron sandwich. We ordered a single scoop of pumpkin ice cream in a cone for $7.95 to try it out, and it definitely comes out looking like its flavor. It's a light orange shade, and if you like pumpkin, the flavor is spot on. It's not too sweet, and it tastes like canned pumpkin pie filling. However, is that their ice cream flavors are getting a little too frosty and losing their creamy texture. This one had some ice crystals throughout and diluted the flavor and kept the texture from being nice and smooth. If you're a pumpkin fan, you'll want to stop by and try out this seasonal treat. It's definitely still warm enough in Florida to treat yourself to ice cream during the day. If you're a fan of Polynesian food, there's a spot you have to check out, and it's just outside of Magic Kingdom. Recently, we headed back to Captain Cook's at Disney's Polynesian Village Resort for another review. You know, we all restaurant is that it's inconsistent. So we wanted to take you along with us to try Captain Cook's again. This restaurant's located on the first floor of the resort's main building. Starting out, we got the pulled pork nachos. These are kind of famous here at Captain Cook's, so if you haven't had them, definitely try them. They're $10.99 $10.99, topped with cheese, spicy mayonnaise, pico de gallo, and pineapple salsa. They're really crispy, and the sweet barbecue and sweet pineapple on top are on point. Great juxtaposition to the crispy and savory chips. The spicy pico de gallo isn't the most flavorful. It does add a nice crunch texture to the top too. If you're looking for a level up on your typical chicken strips or cheeseburger, we highly recommend these. Next, for example, the spice with the chicken gets cooled down by the cucumbers, and the rice is a perfect palate cleanser. Overall, really solid choice. This particular bowl might be 1 to 2 steps above something a picky eater might enjoy though. Next, we got an order of the chicken strips for $10.99, and those fries. These are a solid choice that all eaters are going to enjoy. Found them to have the perfect balance of juiciness and crispiness. Classic Disney chicken strips. Lastly, we got an order of Pan Asian noodles and vegetables for $10.29. These have been on the menu for a million years. Now, we've heard some people say that they're a different noodle vibe than that of the Ohana noodles you can find upstairs at the table service restaurant, and that they prefer them to the Ohana noodles. Might be because they're a bit more savory, whereas the Ohana noodles have gotten distinctly sweeter lately. We really enjoyed these and definitely recommend them, especially if you're a fan of the Ohana noodles, but if you're looking for a slightly different experience. Now, we really love coming to Captain Cook's and grabbing a bite to eat. We always find it to have a chill vibe and tasty food. You also can't sleep on the fact that you can mobile order here, which makes it really convenient. Also, don't forget that you can get Tonga toast here. That costs a little bit extra if you get it upstairs at Kona Cafe, but down here, it's cheaper. Whether you are Team Starbucks, Team Joffrey's, or just like to try the specialty coffees around the parks, a special holiday is coming up. September 29th is National Coffee Day, and Joffrey's Coffee and Tea is celebrating the day with 2 special deals. On the 29th, all Joffrey's kiosk locations will offer $1 hot or iced coffee. Simply order your drink and mention National Coffee Day to the cast member taking your order. Joffrey's also has a store in the Landing in Disney Springs. Annual pass holders can stop by to pick up a free annual pass holder coffee scoop. Just like the $1 coffee deal, make sure to mention National Coffee Day to a Joffrey's cast member to receive this limited time gift. Annual pass holders must present their annual pass and a government-issued photo ID. This deal is only around for that one day, so make sure to visit a Joffrey's kiosk for your $1 coffee on the 29th. I've got some exciting news. We've got new merchandise that celebrates everyone's favorite alien, Stitch. Yep, Experiment 626 with a tropical twist. Hawaiian flowers and hidden Lilo and Stitch surprises. Can you spot them all in this design? You can snag one for yourself or for your Stitch-loving bestie at dfvstore.com. All right, here's what you need to know if you are going to Disney World this week. Hurricane Helene touched down in Florida on Thursday, and Disney World has already begun their recovery process, opening up their doors and returning to their regularly scheduled hours. We are happy to see that the parks are back to normal, with much of the flooding and debris from the storm getting cleared up. And our gratitude goes out to every cast member who has worked tirelessly to keep the magic alive during a time that can feel frightening and overwhelming. Our hearts also go out to anyone impacted by Hurricane Helene. All of us on the DFB team hope everyone is safe and finds aid and comfort during this time of recovery. Because of the storm, we are looking at a slight drop in temperature this week, with mostly high 80s and mid to low 70s throughout the week. And of course, don't forget that rain gear. Now, just in case you've forgotten, let's take a second to discuss the current, ongoing, and upcoming refurbishments and construction around Disney World. First is the Jungle Cruise. This ride in Magic Kingdom is currently closed with an expected opening date of October 18th. Over in Hollywood Studios, Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy will be closing forever on October 7th, 2024. This is to make way for brand new Disney Villains show debuting at Sunset Showcase in the summer of 2025. Finally, an Epcot Test Track is currently closed while undergoing a complete revamp. At this time, a specific reopening timeline has not been announced, but we do know it'll reopen at some point in 2025. Now, what about the Disney World hotels? The world premiere food court at Disney's All-Star Movies Resort is undergoing refurb. Though this project was initially slated to end on July 31st, it's now slated to reach completion in mid-October. And Everything Pop food court at Disney's Pop Century Resort is also undergoing a refurbishment that is scheduled to end on September 29th. Keep watch on our social media and website to see if that's true or gets extended. Candy Cauldron is a candy store located in Disney Springs that closed for refurbishment back in August, but now it's back open and still has all your favorite packaged and freshly made treats ready to go. This is a great place to grab candy apples, those infamous Disney gummies, and so much more. And if you're a fan of Snow White, you'll really want to stop in here because there are so many offerings themed to the story. We love walking by and smelling all the delicious treats, but we will be honest, nothing appears to have drastically changed in the storefront from this refurbishment. We're assuming a lot more more work happened in the cast member only area of the store, since we can't see a lot of change from out front, but we do know that frozen glaciers are now on the menu, and they weren't before, and there are tons of exciting Halloween offerings available in the bakery case, which we love. So Disney World can be tricky. That's why we try to find ways to make your trip easier, including trying out products that are supposed to aid in that. Now, we love these. We call them popcorn bands. They can be used for a multitude of different things around the house. Disney World popcorn bucket from opening and spilling all over the place. This is especially true if you're traveling with kids. While popcorn refills are only a few dollars with a popcorn bucket, no one wants to accidentally lose an entire bucket by dropping it. We have personally just had these lids pop off at the most unexpected times. That's why we love these. They are very simple to use and they come in a multi-pack to share. Now, we just had some reporters in the parks testing these out. Continue to be useful. The bands are a little bit grippy, so when you set them down on the ground, some of the gravel and things like hair tend to stick to the bands until you knock the debris off of them. And that's easily done. It's still not what you necessarily want to be touching though. In addition, when we put the band on, in order to get it around the bucket to be able to lift the handle, we had to take the handle off first, then wrap the band around it, then replace the handle. So is this really a necessity for your trip? Well, not if you're someone who never really grabs popcorn in the parks. However, there's no denying it's super helpful and seems to be one of those things that once you get used to having it, it would be hard to do without. If you're interested, I've linked these bands for you in the description. And let us know what's something you thought was silly, but now you use every time in Disney World so that we can go try it out. That's the news for you today. Don't forget to sign up for our free newsletter where we send all the biggest stories and updates straight to your inbox. You can go ahead and sign up at the link in the description. And again, it's always completely free. Thanks for listening, everyone, and thanks for watching. As always, this is AJ